I want to tell you a story, a David and Goliath story of great proportions. My business, HatLaunch, is David, and $1 billion retail company, who we will refer to in this video as Container Toppers, is Goliath. When I started my custom hat company in 2018, the name I decided to start with was LidLaunch. I really like this name because it used the word lid, which was another term for a hat, and launch, which is also a cool word because we were launching people's hat ideas, and L and L just looks good next to each other. I then created a cool rocket wearing a hat as part of our logo, and I fell in love with the name. So the business started booming. We started getting tons of sales, and we were really getting great traction in the marketplace, running advertising across all platforms on Facebook, Instagram, Google, YouTube. We were everywhere. Fast forward to April 2021, I got home at 4 a.m. after working my day job and then also continuing into the night at the hat shop, and opened my mailbox, and I saw what no business owner wants to see: a gigantic yellow envelope of death, aka a cease and desist. They demanded that I stop using the name LidLaunch immediately. They threatened to sue me and collect damages and legal fees. So I did what any scared new business owner would do in this instance. I immediately called a lawyer. We didn't agree with their judgment that we were infringing on their trademark, but it was really going nowhere. And the letters back and forth were just, yes, you're infringing on our trademark. No, we're not infringing on your trademark. And this was just going to keep going on. Fortunately, they went radio silence after one of the last letters that we had sent. I was a little relieved, but there wasn't closure, and we didn't know what was going to come next. So there was always this cloud of doubt looming over me with my business's name. I never felt fully comfortable to use our name in marketing and advertising, promoting the business, not knowing if we could actually continue to use that name legally. After not hearing from their legal team for over a year, fast forward to September 2022, I received an email from one of their internal lawyers. I was probably sitting around pretty bored with nothing else to do. This brought on all of the stress and turmoil that I'd already gone through the first time I got this letter. And I really sat down and considered, do I want to take this to court to prove that I can use this name, or do I just change my name? So for a trademark, it cannot be a generic term that all encompasses the product that you're actually selling. A trademark owner bears the responsibility of protecting their trademark. And I get why these guys are coming after me, because the term lid is a very generic term to describe a hat. A few trademarks that have been lost throughout history: escalator, Kleenex, dumpster, linoleum, zipper, trampoline. These all used to be registered trademarks the companies owned that lost due to them becoming the generic term for the product they're actually selling. So we could technically go to court at the federal level and fight these guys, Container Toppers, and spend probably 6 figures. And if we were successful, they would lose their trademark. But remember, this is a $1 billion company. They're going to do everything they can to maintain their trademark and their name. Every day that I continued to use the name LidLaunch was thousands of dollars being poured into paid advertising, promoting a name that I was probably going to end up changing. Fortunately, I already had the domain HatLaunch registered, and I felt like it was a pretty easy and safe transition, so I finally changed the name. We are now called HatLaunch. The next step was to inform Container Toppers of the name change and let them know that I was no longer using the name LidLaunch. This time, instead of paying a lawyer thousands of dollars to go back and forth tit for tat with these guys, I decided to just save myself a bunch of money and just email them myself. In my email telling them that I was no longer going to be using the name LidLaunch and that we're transitioning to HatLaunch, I kind of poked the bear and included the 2 business owners. And on the email, it said something to the tune of, you know, you're right. I would hate for my business to be mistaken for your guys' terrible reputation in the custom headwear industry. So yeah, I poked the bear. Oops. It's actually quite humbling knowing that my little company is on the radar of a massive business like this. So there's still some legal issues pending for this. They want me to get rid of lidlaunch.com and stop redirecting people to hatlaunch.com from it. I sent their lawyer an email and I said this: I would actually like to start a new business named LidLaunch, selling high-end Tupperware container toppers. So you guys might want to keep your eyes out for lidlaunch.com. It's going to be your go-to source for your high-end Tupperware container toppers and custom artwork possibly as well. We're going to give you the best lids that you can get for your Tupperware containers. This is a very hard thing to go through. After starting a business and really believing in the name and loving the name and having to take it and just basically kill it just because of some legal threats from a billion-dollar company, it really sucks. A big company can strong arm a smaller one by just bleeding them in pointless legal fees back and forth with lawyers. In the end, we're now HatLaunch, and we've created some great campaigns about our name change and some really funny commercials about it. We now have a great sign on our building, and I'm 100% confident to go out and say that we are HatLaunch, knowing that I don't have to worry about someone else coming over me and telling me that I can't use this name. Thanks for listening to my story, guys. I try to find the humor in every situation, and honestly, if they sue me, I will prove in court, if I have to, that we're allowed to use the word lid. Please like and subscribe to my channel. I'll be sharing some more funny stories like this about what I've encountered growing these businesses, and I think you'll find them pretty interesting. Catch you in the next video. See ya.